Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte and I'm delighted that you are here to join me for today's practice. The theme of our yoga class today is all about shining bright. There is a wonderful tradition at this time of year of putting up a Christmas tree and popping the star on top. And I love creating those special moments with people I care about, as I'm sure you do too. But I want you to know that you can shine bright every single day. And this class incorporates postures such as tree pose, because we can all be that Christmas tree shining bright with a little star on our heads as we work through this practice together. So let's get started down on the mat in child's pose. So coming down to your mat, feet together, knees nice and wide, walking the hands forward, and we're going to create little stars with our fingers today. So bringing your fingertips to the mat, spreading the fingers out, straightening out the arms, and then bringing the forehead down. So we're opening out into the upper back, get that gorgeous stretch underneath the arms. And if you want to bring a little bit of movement here, maybe into the hips, or just into the shoulders, if that feels like a good release, you're welcome to. Or you can just stay in stillness, resting the forehead down. We're only here for 2 breaths. So just allowing the hips to drop down to your heels, a little push into the mat with the fingertips. And then lifting all the way up, coming onto all fours from tabletop. Let's take a little bit of a sway with the hips, a little bit of a release with the head. And then we'll just come into some free movement. So maybe you want to drop the hips back to your heels. You might want to bend the elbows. You might want to work from child's pose up to tabletop. Take a little look round to each foot. Just a little bit of free movement, stretching into the neck and the head. And then let's take 2 rounds of cat-cow. So from your neutral spine in tabletop, we'll draw the belly button down to the floor, lift the chest, lift the gaze, and then round through the spine, push the floor away. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale, lift and lengthen, look forward. Exhale, round through the spine. Good. From your neutral spine, from the tabletop, you're going to take the weight forward. Shoulders in front of the fingertips, knees down on the mat, and then lower down slowly. When you arrive, we will settle in Sphinx pose. So drawing your arms forward, elbows in underneath the shoulders, hands flat on the mat, and then lifting the gaze. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders away. And you can close the eyes here, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Just taking a moment to recharge. Good. Releasing, bringing the body all the way down to the mat. Zip the legs together. Coming all the way to gondola pose. So interlacing your fingers behind your back. Drawing your hands down towards your feet and then lifting your legs, your chest, your arms all the way up, looking forward, shoulders back and down, squeeze your legs together, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, release, good, bring the body down, release the arms, just turn the head to one side. Let's even that out, turning the head over the opposite shoulder. And then coming all the way back to the center, hands either side of your chest. I'm going to push back into downward dog. So you tuck your toes underneath, lift your chest, lift your hips, and guide your body towards your legs. So you might want to bring a little bit of movement in here. So walking through the feet, just taking that little rotation, looking underneath each arm. Just create as much space as you possibly can. And then from here, we're going to take a little flow. So let's inhale, high plank, body weight forward. Lowering down, so option to drop the knees or option to keep the legs straight as you arrive down on the mat. And then lifting, you can take cobra or upward facing dog. And then meeting all the way back in downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the hips, guiding your body towards your legs. Take a deep breath. Look forward, right foot steps forward to the top of the mat. Lower the left knee down. So into this little low lunge position, lifting the gaze, looking forward. And then we're going to bring the left hand to the mat and raise the right arm up. So opening out the chest, let's spread the fingers out of the right hand, so like a little star with that right hand. Working into also the connective tissue. Bring the body around to the right side. Can you lift the gaze up to the ceiling? And then release, sweeping the right arm back, little circle there with the right arm, coming all the way down to the mat. Tuck in your left toes, we're taking crescent lunge. So rolling through the spine, lifting the body, bringing the arms all the way up. We're going to connect the hands together in prayer position and then draw the hands to heart center. So the right knee is over the right ankle, the body weight is spread even between both legs, spine is straight. We're going to rotate left elbow to the right knee, so turn in towards the right side, straighten out the left leg, bring the hands all the way through to heart center. Stack the elbows, stack the shoulders, keep extending the left leg back behind you. Keep the right knee over the right ankle. Can you take the gaze to the ceiling, looking up, continuing that rotation through the spine. Good, keep pressing the right foot down, find stability. Look to the mat, frame your right foot, bring your hands down. You're into that long, low lunge now with the left leg straight, right knee over the right ankle. And we're going to step back high plank. So scooping the right leg all the way back, lowering down, arms in, rising up. If you're in up dog, remember to press the top of the feet to the mat. Activate through the legs, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Good, left foot steps forward to the top of the mat between your hands. Right knee drops down. Relax the right foot. And then from here, the right hand is connecting to the mat and we're lifting the left arm up. So rotating in towards the left side, drawing the left shoulder back, right shoulder forward, spreading your fingers from the left hand. And then release, left hand all the way down. Tuck the right toes, coming into your crescent lunge. So power through the legs, lift the body and rise. Sweep the arms up, bring the hands over the head to prayer position, and then drawing your hands to heart center. But really stabilize through the left leg, through the left foot. Let's rotate. Right elbow, left knee, spiraling around, stacking the shoulders, straighten out the right leg, sending the heel away from you. Turn the gaze towards the ceiling as you rotate. Deep breaths. Good, bring the gaze all the way back down to the mat. Frame the left foot to into your low lunge position. Straighten the right leg, hands down flat, step it back. High plank, chaturanga. Arms in, rising up. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. So tucking your toes, lifting your hips all the way up and back. Good, high plank, body weight forward. We're coming into side plank. Now you have the option to modify. So let's start left hand on the mat, heels to the left. You can, of course, drop the left knee down if you want to modify. Stack the shoulders. Otherwise, see if you can get the legs straight. Hips are up. Shoulders stack. Option here to then hover the right leg away from the floor. So we're looking like a little star pose. And that can happen even if the knee is down and still lift the right leg up. Good, so you've got the option there. Take one more breath. Look down to the mat. Bring the right foot down and come back to your plank position. We're going to drop the knees. Push back, child's pose. Hands to prayer position behind your head just to release into the wrists. Take a breath. Arms forward, back to plank position. Step the feet back, other side, right hand down, heels to the right, lift the left arm up. So that option for your full side plank, or of course, with the little modification by dropping the right knee down, is a choice you can make. We're going to lift that left leg away from the floor, hovering, lifting, holding, breathing, release. Good, all the way down, child's pose. Hips back to your heels, arms all the way out in front. Take a deep breath. Downward dog. Crescent lunge, right foot steps forward. I'm going to power through the legs, lift the body, come all the way up. So just take a moment to pause here. Make sure the hips and shoulders are shining forward. You can place the hands in heart center. We are connecting a couple of postures here. This is where our tree pose comes into it. So we're taking warrior 3 into tree pose. So hands in heart center. I'm going to stand on the right leg. Charge forward. Find stability through the right ankle. Bring the body down. Lift the left leg up. Draw your body down. Really nice. Find that straight line. Top of the head through to your toes. Hips and shoulders shining down to the floor. And you take a little micro bend through the right knee. As you rise, lift the body. Placing the left foot on the inside of your right leg. So you choose whether the foot is above or below the knee. Make sure you're not pressing into the side of the knee. And finding that stability, standing tall, really press the right foot down, shoulders back and down, left hip open. Take a deep breath. Good, release, bring the left leg forward, release all the way down. Good, feet together, inhale, arms up. Let's just take a flow. Exhale, fold, halfway lift. High plank position, chaturanga, inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, left foot forward. Crescent lunge, lift the body and rise. Hands into heart center. So squaring off the hips and the shoulders. Then stand on the left leg, charge forward, right leg lifts. Bring the body down, find that stability. Take a breath, tree pose. Lift the body, right foot now on the inside of the left leg. So remember, above or below the knee. See if you can mirror the placement wherever you put the left foot before. Standing tall, shoulders away from the ears, hip open, press the left foot into the mat. Can you straighten out the left leg? Good. Take a breath. Release, bring the right knee forward, feet together. Final flow, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, find space. High plank position, lowering down, lift your chest and arrive in child's pose. Hips back to your heels, arms forward, take a breath. Good, we're going to come to a seated position. So you can either lift up to tabletop and just sweep the legs forward, or if you want to work through downward dog and even just jump the feet through, you're more than welcome to bring yourself into a transition that works for you to arrive all the way onto the mat. We're going straight up into a shoulder stand. So if a shoulder stand isn't perhaps in your practice, then just come down onto the mat and just take the legs up. So we can release into the legs and lift the legs straight up so the ankles are over the hips. Now, if you want to take a shoulder stand, what we can do here is support the lower back, lift the hips, find that momentum, hold the lower back, and then see if you can bring your ankles over your shoulders. So we've got that straight line. So lifting up to slide the legs forward so the ankles, knees, hips, eventually shoulders, all in a straight line. And just keep your gaze up to the ceiling so the neck stays straight. Really nice. And if you need to drop down and then come back into it, you're welcome to. If you find the feet drift over towards your head, so you can just send the legs away from you. So really have to work hard into the body, into the abdominal muscles to keep the legs up. And then slowly let's release. So you can bend the knees here and then roll through the spine just to bring the body all the way back down to the mat. Oh, plant the feet on the mat. Take a moment to breathe. We're going to take the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, butterfly pose. You can bring the hands in contact with the body. You might want to take them into a little cactus position, spreading out the fingers. Choice is yours. 2 deep breaths. Good. Bring the legs together. Knees in, knees to chest. Let's take a little rock and roll motion to come all the way back up. So just massaging out the spine, lifting the body up, coming into your easy pose posture. Take a breath. Hopefully you feel amazing after that practice. Hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.